Hello everyone. So again, for the sake of copyright, I will be showing gameplay instead of showing clips from the show so I don't have any risk of getting a strike. Please like and subscribe or support me on Patreon. I would love to do this full-time if possible. Also, before I get into it, this is a spoiler warning as I will be talking about different moments in the show. So I finished Windbreaker seasons 1 and 2, and I don't really know how I feel about it. On one hand, it is a very funny show. But on the other hand, I also don't think it's that good of a show either. It is a difficult show for me to grade, even if I did have fun watching it. First off, the show is super cheesy. It is super cheesy in an almost comical way. Like, everyone is super dramatic and super emotional all the time for like the most mundane reasons. The main character never got along with people before. Super cheesy dialogue incoming. The boss needs the boys for something. Super cheesy dialogue again. Like, it's different from a good show like Haikyuu, where when they're dramatic, it is used to push the character's improvement, or used to give context in a match, and used to hype things up during the match. Here, it feels like they're being dramatic just because they can. And a lot of times, it makes things not only super cheesy, but also hilarious. The context for fighting is also hilarious because everyone is taking it super seriously. It reminds me sort of Beelzebub, but in there, the fighting was a lot of times more comical rather than super serious like this show. Also, a lot of things in this show do not make sense. Like, why are the bullies running the whole school? Like, I get if they make, like, the teachers scared and are intimidating to the teachers or something more tame like that, but they're just, like, running the entire school. And speaking of the teachers, what the fuck happened to the teachers? And the police and parents for that matter. Like, even in Beelzebub, there were still teachers and other normal students and parents and stuff. But here, it's like none of those things exist. If you are an adult, you are either an NPC or you are also in a gang and beat the shit out of other people. There's like no in between. And there's like no police, there's no parents, there's no teachers, there's nothing like that. It's super weird. And speaking of things that don't make sense, why is there a 16-year-old running a restaurant and not, like, in school? Kotoha Tachibana, the character that I'm talking about, is 16 years old, but she's not in school and seems to be just running a whole-ass restaurant. Like, what? This show has a lot of plot holes, like, it feels like. It's similar to that. The music choice in this show is also really corny, holy shit. Like, when the two past friends were fighting, when the like two groups started fighting in season 1, I don't remember the group's names, but they had like a conflict and are starting to fight. They're old friends, and the music, it just turns to like sad rock music, and the sad rock music just like, I don't know. This show has a lot of weird music choices, and it makes things even more hilarious than they need to be. The show is so dramatic, it's comical. Like, when the two top bosses are fighting in the first season, and the smaller guy starts screaming and yelling because he was told off by the guy he was fighting. Like, the show has a comedic amount of these dramatic moments, even though the whole show is just like teenagers beating the shit out of each other. The songs that play are also super corny and somehow make the fight scenes even funnier. This is like one of the funniest shows I've seen in a while, but not for like a good reason. It's for I don't even know if it's bad or not, but it just doesn't seem like it's like good, like Haikyuu or something like that, you know? Also, every other group besides Bufferine and like one other group are for some reason like huge dicks for some reason. Like, everyone is just such a huge douchebag. I have no idea why. Even though the show is really funny, the characters themselves are all kind of annoying sometimes, especially the main character. He has this annoying quirk where when he gets complimented or something, he gets super embarrassed. After a while, that shit gets old and is annoying to watch. Like, really, you're just gonna get embarrassed every single time someone compliments you? Like, I don't like compliments either, but I take it on the chin, you know? Also, why is Tsubaki, a high schooler, dancing on a strip pole in the red light district? Feels like this was just like added for shock value. The second season in general, the first half has been more boring than the first season. I don't really care about Tsubaki's backstory or Niri trying to get stronger for that matter. The only parts so far that have been good and exciting in the second season have been the fight scenes, which, to be fair, are pretty well done. They have good choreography and they have a lot of impact behind each punch. You can really feel them swinging and hitting people, and you can really feel that impact, that punch. The fight between Tsubaki versus like the man bun guy, the fight scene does go pretty hard. The choreo and the music makes the scene go like really, it makes the scene really well done. All in all, I don't think Windbreaker is a bad anime, but it has a lot of flaws in its world building, its storytelling, and its characters. I would give the show as a whole so far a 6 out of 10.